the Eagles are fraudulent this year because they've only won by one score each year?
No. You'll see us back in the Super Bowl.
What has Jarrett been able to do during this recovery and treatment process?
A lot of weights, trying to do as much that's not weight bearing as possible, not, the pounding. But he's making progress, and where he is doing more stuff on the Ultra G, which is the gravity treadmill. So he's making progress from that standpoint as well.
And then you talked throughout the course of training camp about getting the big guys involved more, and it's shown itself in the first 2 preseason games with Evan. Do you believe that you can do that with Jarrett as well, or is it specific to Evan?
No, I mean, Jarrett is a threat when he catches the ball in his areas. And I think what we've learned about Jarrett is Jarrett can make passes and can play make from the elbows as well. So the more you have to touch and guard those guys when they have the ball in their hand, it just makes it difficult on defenses, right? Like if I know every time Jarrett's just running into a pick and roll, I can establish a coverage. When Jarrett has the ball in his hands, and he's at the elbow, like I have to guard him honestly. Now the guard comes off automatically has an advantage. Now if we jump, Jarrett can keep, or we can hand off, and the big's late. So there's so many different things that we want to be able to do, and Jarrett's capable of doing them all.
You had mentioned your biggest concern with Jarrett is off the physical training, right? Sorry.
That's right.
Are you still happy with where he's at physically? Like, do you think he can handle things?
Yeah, I mean, I give our training staff and our strength conditioning group, credit. Like, there's more ways than just running on the court to keep your fitness high. So, like I said, he's been working on the anti-gravity treadmill. There's the pool. There's things, there's so many things that he can do. There is nothing like playing basketball. Don't get me wrong, but there's some things that you can do to keep that fitness level close until you do get on the floor.
It's been a week since the announcement. The initial time was 2 weeks and reevaluate. Based on what you're seeing, do you feel optimistic?
Again, that's something that I don't want to jump out and say. I don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on anybody. Like, we want to do the right thing by Jarrett. Make sure that when he's back for the long term, and we're not having to bring him back and take him out and bring him back again.
I asked Booby this, just going from player to coach for him. This is his second year. He knows what to expect and stuff like that. But how have you seen him interact with the guys, and how has he helped you guys as an organization?
I mean, there's just that level of respect for all the things that he's done in the NBA, and especially that he's done here with the Cavaliers. He has a knowledge from playing the game and playing the game at a high level that he knows how to share, and it's relatable, because he's been in that locker room. He knows how to, grab a guy when emotions are high. He knows the tone, but he knows how to get his point across and get the information to the guy as well. So, he's been invaluable for us, and I just think it's a great thing when organizations take care of the people that took care of them. Booby's qualified in so many different ways.
In terms of the new rules, it's just guys can't shut down for the rest of the Are you a fan of this new rule just going forward?
I've always, been a fan of basketball and guys playing. It's like a little bit of the old school in me, but our most important thing is that we always look out for our guys' safety and health, and we'll make decisions based on that. Obviously, we will, abide by the rules and all that, but, we will always keep our guys' safety and health first.
Is it strange to you that the NBA has basically pulled a 180 when it comes to load management and the benefits of it?
No. I know the NBA wants to put their best product on the floor. There's so many things at stake. And, our game is based on our fans. And our fans want to see our best players on the floor playing as much as they can. So I understand that, where the league is coming from completely. And just like all of us analytics people, we can make the numbers dance how we want to.
What has Sam Merrill showed you throughout training camp, and where does he see the difference?
He's shown what kind of threat he can be. This guy is elite at when it comes to, creating shots without the ball in his hands. The way he moves, the gravity that he forces people to chase him and play with. And then there's a toughness to him that I think, when you see shooters, you don't really combine the two or equate the two. Like, he does a really good job defensively of being physical, keeping people in front of him. You think about the first preseason game where he took a hard foul when a guy had a layup and, put him on the ground. You typically don't think of shooters as having that type of mentality. So he's got a toughness and a grit to him, and also the ability to make shots. So,
Do you see stylistic similarities between him and Max?
yeah, just the way that they move without the basketball, there are similarities. Obviously, the shooting is a similarity. There's a headiness, the way that they play with a speed, on an instance, they can see what the defense is doing, like how they leave their feet, how they turn their feet, and then they can make a reaction to go find space to create a shot, really, really quick.
Him being with you guys the last month or so and then during the playoffs last year, did that help him? Can you see a difference with him how he started out training camp?
Yeah, I just think he's comfortable. Obviously being with us then, playing with us in summer league, he's got a familiarity with our staff, with our system, with the things that we value. So I do think that helps. His teammates know who he is. So I think that helps him also because they're looking for him to get him the ball because they know what he's capable of instead of having to learn him. So that makes it easier for him as well.